Well, hello folks, Old Swab here, and boy, I've had some problems getting set up on this stream, and I'll tell you about it as I get to driving here. Yeah, I will. Well, you could count on it. And well, I've got a little load here that I'm going to be taking to Billingham, Washington. I guess that's where I'm taking it to. It's a motor grader, and let's look at have a. There it is. Yeah, it's a road grader. Yeah, yeah. Well, I bet that would be something to drive one of them machines. Well, let's see if we can't get out of the parking lot here. I've been having a lot of problems, and I'm not sure to row it out of here. I have more problems in parking lots than I do anywhere else. Well, it looks like it's going to take us up a road. There's a couple paths to get up there, but we're going to take this one up here.
Let's find a new route.
And a little bumpy. Yeah, let's find a new route. Old Raspy Doug says. But the reason I had some more problems is that I had to make some changes. Well, I didn't have to, but I did, because today in the mail I got my Logitech adapter so I could use my gear shifter, my Logitech gear shifter. So now I'm back using to a gear shifter, and I'm really happy to have it back, but it took a little setting up, and took me a little bit, but I got it. And so now I've got an 18-speed gear shifter, and this is an 18-speed truck I'm driving. It's a company truck. It's not mine. I'm driving for other companies. Yeah, let's get straightened out here and get inside the truck. Yeah, I'm driving for other companies because I don't have enough money yet to buy a truck. And you'll hear the clicking as I'm changing gears here, because there's a selector switch and a range switch. And as you can see, I'm kind of slow on swap of the gears there, get my RPMs up, as you can see down the bottom left. And anyhow, I got to get back, just a few days off from it, and gummit, I done forgot how to drive. Yep, it don't take me long.
Keep left and then turn left.
All right, keep left and turn left. We could do that. Raspy Doug. Yeah, let's gear it down a little bit here. But anyhow, I'm glad to have my gear shifter back. It just makes it more immersive, I reckon. Well, it does for me, and I hope it does for you. And you'll see that I tend to miss gears, getting the wrong gear, and Lord, I tell you, I have a time with it, but I have a good time with it. I have a good time with this game, and I hope y'all having a good time watching it, and get a chuckle out of it. Yeah.
Keep right, and then exit right.
I hope you do. And if you like it, give me a like. Yeah, give me a thumbs up. And maybe even a subscribe. Yeah, if you want to see more of them, tell your friends, say, hey, watch this old coot driving this truck. Yeah, I'll take my ugly mug off of there in just a second. I get around this curve down here on the highway. I get to looking off the road too much. I tend to run off the road, and I do that in real life, and so it didn't pay for me to look off the road there. All right, let me take my face off there. There you go. I know that's easier on your eyes. Yakima, yeah. I thought Yakima was in Michigan, but I guess there's one in Washington here. This trip is a little longer than the others because I did put an experience point the last time on my distance. So this one's, well, it was about 370 miles, but it won't take too long. And we got a little over a half tank of gas. You can see on that tachometer down the bottom parts, the fuel gauge. And I had to watch when I drive these company trucks, because sometimes I'll get in them and get wanting to go, and I happen to notice there ain't no gas. Our diesel fuel must be more right, I reckon. But sometimes I had to stop and get some fuel because they give me a truck to drive that's empty. Oh, that guy's going to yield for me and let me come out and get in the traffic. All right, thank you. All right. And you can see my gears down there in the bottom left under the speed limit. When I'm going 52, you can see it climbing up. And then you can see my gears down there. I'm in 16th right now, doing 57 mile an hour, and the speed limit is 60 mile an hour. And we'll slap it on up in the 17th. It sounded like I slapped it with that loud click, don't it? Yeah, that's just the sound it makes. It's just makes some banging or clacking noise. Now they make gear shifters that are quieter, but when I was watching them on YouTube with these new shifters, they click and clack too. Now I don't know if you could swap one of them to have a selector switch for range and shifting, but if you could use them for 18 speed, because most of them are made for these racing games, especially the ones with this steering wheel, because this is a racing steering wheel, this RS50. That's what it was designed for. And I'm glad I could use it on this American Truck Simulator, and I'll be using it on European Truck Simulator too. But it works just fine. Steering wheel's a steering wheel, I reckon. Well, this one's got a different feel to it when you're racing. Actually has a different feel to it on these roads here. You can feel the road a little more gooder. And actually, they do make, for this American Truck Simulators, there's companies that actually make truck driving steering wheels and pedals. And they're the big wheels, like in a real truck, and they lay down flatter instead of up at a angle like a regular steering wheel in your car and stuff. Picture the old buses and stuff, how they had that steering wheel sitting sort of flat down toward your lap, and they do make those. There's companies that make that. And get around this Jasper here. Well, we're speeding again. I better slow it down. Even though I don't get tickets, I like to keep it within, try to keep it in the speed limit. I don't always. Yeah, it's nice to have my gear shifter working, and I found out that the adapter is what you had to have. I've got ordered another thing. I wasn't sure if it would work, and it changes the 9-pin plug on the Logitech G29 shifter. It changes that 9-pin to a USB, a converter. Well, it fits it, plugs in just fine, but when you plug that USB in of it into the base of the steering wheel, it don't do a thing. It doesn't recognize that gear shifter. So the converter by Logitech for the G29 to the RS50 steering wheel it's a necessity. And boy, I wish they had told me that. I mean, I would have got it, but I would have got that converter a lot sooner. Yeah, I would. They didn't explain that at all. Well, they didn't explain anything about this RF50, except how to plug it all into the wall and connect it together. They didn't explain there was a menu on here. You could set all kinds of stuff: the resistance, the force feedback, the angle of the wheel, and just all kinds of things. So it would have been nice to know, yeah. But I spent some hours on YouTube watching and learning from people who, I guess, done this for a long time or went through the same daggum thing of learning the hard way, because there's maybe there's an online manual. I don't know. But for what a body pays for one of these, they shouldn't have to be a searching and a hunting for directions on how to use it. It ought to come with it. But that's my opinion. Yeah, that's just my opinion. I'm not going to gripe. Hope y'all are doing all right, enjoying your day. I know I am. The guy poking along, getting off of that off ramp there, or the on ramp, almost run into the backup. It's a good thing no traffic coming down the highway. Let's see, speed limit 6, and we'll go down to 16 here. Get a little more pull on this load. Not a real heavy load, 45,000 pounds. And we're gradually building up our money here on this game and on this profile, and we'll get there. Yeah, and we'll get there together. And you and I are getting our money up to where we could buy a truck, and then we have to make a decision what kind we want. Now, I've been driving this game for about a year, and I know what kind of truck I want, and what kind of horsepower and transmission and stuff like that. So I have a basic idea of what I'll need that'll last me for a spell, and I won't have to keep trading it in and upgrading, because that starts costing money that when you start out you don't have. But you can make money. You start making you get your garages, and then a garage. Right now I just pull in for vehicle inspection. Lord, got to give the government its money. Yeah, we pull in for inspection. All right.
Rerouting.
Yeah, he's rerouting. I'm trying to
Turn
start
right.
with. Get up here on the scales. I know they're in here. Well, I may went on the wrong side and just ran those scales. Well, that's exactly what I did. Oh well, Popo had to come get me. Yeah, but it ain't my fault they didn't mark it right. I ain't going back around to try it again. They're coming. Yeah, they are. Now this was where I had the fines turned on and stuff. I'd sure enough get one right there, and it's usually $1,000. Yeah. I'm sorry, folks, that I did that, but it wasn't intentional. You seen me trying to pull in the scales, and I got into the wrong lane. Oh well, that happens. It happens to me for sure. Yeah, I hope y'all had a good day. I did when I got my part in that converter, so for my steering wheel. I wasn't expecting it till tomorrow, so I'm really glad it came in. And the thing that surprised me, I was sitting there watching my TV, watching some YouTube, And darn if it didn't pop up on my TV in a little box that says Amazon package delivered. I said, well, wait a minute now. Now, see, it says that because I get mine delivered to my post office box. They don't hardly carry much up here to my house. I have a post office box. Every now and then they'll carry something up here, but most of the time I have to go down to the post office and pick it up. Amazon will deliver to the post office. So does UPS and FedEx. They don't much come up here. And in the wintertime, if there's snow on the ground, that's the more gooder way to do it, because you don't want to try to come up this mountain with the snow on the ground. But they deliver that stuff to my mailbox, and I go down there, and the postmaster down there at the post office, she knows me pretty good and knows my box number. When I go down from a camper and stay a week or so, she knows I'll be back, and she just holds my mail for me. I hope it's not a big bother for them. I'm amazed how much they can stuff in that little box, post office box. Sometimes she wedges it in there so tight that I like to I had to ask her sometimes to pull it out from the other side. It's a little bit bigger opening on the other side than what it is on my side where the door is. So I had to get her to pull that out from her side and then hand it to me at the window. It's happened a time or two. Well, we got 164 miles to go. Hope y'all enjoying it. Nice and relaxing. Pretty day. Got my clock. If you'll see it on the right bottom right there, it says it's Tuesday at 18:21. Now, I don't know what the real time is. It's 17:05. So the game time and real time is different. So you don't. You might say it's a 2-hour drive, and you'll be there in real time in 30 minutes, say. So it's on a scale, I reckon you'd call it. Now, there are some, I can't remember if it's in the one where you travel the world, I can't remember, world deliveries or something like that. I think that's in real time. I wouldn't swear to it. I hadn't done it but a few times, just to give it a try and see. Alright, we're doing all right. I'm going a little fast here, doing 53 in this 50. Now, sometimes I hit these curves too fast.
Right.
We're right there to Seattle, and it wants me to take a right, and there's, I can see in my mirror.
Right.
That car was pretty close up on me, or to the side of me. And they tend to do that when you have to really watch when you want to make a right and you happen to be passing some vehicles and you're over in the left lane. Then when you get up to the exit, all of a sudden there's one of these computer-generated cars, these AIs. And buddy, they'll get up and run right alongside of you just to make life difficult. Let's see, we're going down shift a little bit here. Yeah. Now, that's Logitech gear shifters wasn't that expensive for the G29, and actually comparative with the G29 race and wheel and pedals compared to this RS50 and pedals, the G29 is a really inexpensive. Well, it's still, And it's still, real money that you have to spend on that stuff to get a steering wheel. And I would highly recommend, if you get any driving game, whether it's American Truck Simulator or Gran Turismo or Forza. I don't have Forza, but any driving game
Keep left.
is a lot more fun with a steering wheel and pedals, but the steering wheel, absolutely. Because it's hard to steer with using a keyboard or a mouse. It is for me. Now, it might be easy for some of y'all.
Keep left.
But the other thing, keep in mind, if you do get a steering wheel and pedals, you got to have a place to mount them. And this steering wheel, it clamps onto the desk, and it takes up a little bit. I mean, doesn't take up a whole desk, but it does take up some room. And you got the connecting cables too. And the pedals, of course, they're on the floor. And sometimes you got to be careful where you mount those so that when you push on the gas and brake, they ain't sliding out from under your feet and sliding away from you. So you have to do a little thought of before you buy one, where you're going to put it. And some people buy the driving rigs, the chairs you sit in and shoot your wheels, your pedal, and even your monitor mount on the rig. I didn't get one of them because they all are so daggum low. I couldn't get out of them. Now I'm talking about the ones that they have bucket seats and racing, and I know they make them for the trucking game, but they're a little pricey. It says I could bypass the weigh station this time. Well, I bypassed it the last time too, all by accident. Yeah, it really was. Now that one's closed. Yeah. We'll try to make the next one and do it right. 74 miles to go. We got just shy of a half a tank of gas. And I know that we'll move up to level 4.
Then exit right.
Because the last time, part 6, we just barely
Exit
shy of level 4. So we're getting there.
Keep right, and then turn right.
You can even drive old Route 66 in this game. Yeah, you can. And they've spent a lot of time of making that and trying to make it enjoyable for people. And I haven't been on it, but I understand that it's really nice. And by the way, I'm sitting here with the clutch in, and I don't know if you can notice, my trucks are rolling forward a little bit, and that's something you got to watch when you're driving it with the clutch. It's just like a real car. If you got the clutch in and you're on a slight decline or incline, it'll roll either forward or backwards. Which way is up and which way is down, it's going to roll frontwards or backwards on you. And I've not paid attention sometime and drifted right into the car behind me or a vehicle in front of me. And that slows down your game because they sit there and sometimes if you got the fines on you, you'll get a ticket for causing a crash. Yes, you will. I know because I've done it. Yeah. But I'm so happy to have my 8-shifter back. I know I've said it before already, but that's how happy I am about it, to get it back and get that little more immersion using a gear shifter. Yep. Now the Gran Turismo 7, you could usually shift gears, but it's not. Well, you could use a stick shift, but they usually use the paddles, like in real racing cars. You have to know your track really good, and so that you know what gear to shift down to and up to and when to do it. Man, those guys that do that, they're best in the world. They're something else. Well, these guys that do a job truck driving, I'd imagine like any job, it's sometimes pretty daggum challenging, especially when in a city. Now, driving out here in the country like I'm doing right here, that's nice. That's the enjoyable, relaxing part. Then you get into town and you got to turn corners and then back up a load in a tight spot.
Get ready to turn left.
All right, get ready to turn left, the man tells me. Yep, we'll do that. Get ready to turn left. That means
Turn
put your
left.
signal light on. Oh, mercy, where are we going here? No wonder they want a road grader. Let's get an external view to see what we got here. Oh boy. Now this is something, ain't it? I'll turn on the headlights there. Yeah, I don't know. Man, we're going to have to go a ways on this dirt road. Well, this might be right interesting. And I know I came up here one time. I was on a convoy with a guy and two other guys. They were nice fellers. And we came out here and picked up a load of logs. And man, it's a long ways back here. And there's some switchback on it. Yeah, this is the same place because I remember that car parked there. And there should be a house back there to the right. Yeah, we got a ways to go on this here dirt road. We surely do. Let me get down here and lower gear. Yeah, this is going to be a good view for you to see the scenery and the kind of roads. And you can't see it, but my steering wheels are jiggling back and forth just as if I was on a real dirt road. Uh-oh. And you see what I did? I don't know if you see it, but I can tell you what I did. I killed the engine. Yeah. I tend to do that sometimes. I was messing around with my gears there, changing gears, and I was in too high of a gear for the speed I was going, and my engine died, just like in a real vehicle. But anyhow, I was saying my steering wheel, I'm hanging on to it. It's a jiggling back and forth on this dirt road. And you can see on my GPS down the bottom right now, it's like the roads around here where I live. They followed a snake when they made this road. Yeah, it's all crookedy and wiggly. Yeah. Let's get back in the cab and you can see what kind of an ordeal we have here. You gotta swing these turns a little bit wide. You don't want to go over the mountain. Here's going to be a nice sharp U-turn. I may have to gear down a little bit here. Get way wide. Yeah, and then come over here and we'll make another sharp turn and get way wide. Try not to hit any of those rocks. Now you can see this is an interesting game how they done it. They made it challenging. It's possible. You just don't get in a hurry. Now if you was driving this in your own car or truck, you wouldn't get no hurry on it. No, so you get there when you get there. Just want to get there in one piece. You and your vehicle and your load. That's the whole objective. Why did I turn on my wipers? I don't know. It ain't raining. I'll kill that motor again if I ain't careful. That's a nice bridge out here in the middle of nowhere, ain't it? Yeah. Now I have driven through here. There'll be deer standing around and grazing. Yeah, they did quite a job on this. That company that makes this American Truck Simulator done a real good job on it. I think it's what, SCS. Y'all drop me a comment or something and let me know if I'm wrong. I would think people like to keep you straight, don't they? Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've still got 11 miles to go. 11 miles of bad road. Yeah. Now, buddy, I tell you, it's back here in the woods, ain't it? Now, I like this. I like this kind of stuff. I don't need to be out on the highway all the time. Yeah, let's see a little bit. Y'all want to go back exterior view? There you go. We'll look outside again from up here in our drone or whatever they use, or they think they're using. I don't know, this is so good of an ideal. It's kind of dark out there. I might be more gooder with the interior. Yeah, I am on bright headlights. Well, that's what it says, but they don't look too darn bright to me. Let's see, around to the right. All right. I hope y'all are enjoying this. Look it up ahead. Look at this. Man alive. You can see the road's kind of rough and bouncing. You can see my rig are rocking back and forth. And I can feel it. I can feel it in my steering wheel. Yes, sir. Yeah, we got to swing this and wide from what I see. Man, can you imagine driving a real rig on this? Woo, buddy. Hey, that would be something else. There's guys to do it, and ladies too, I reckon. Because women are truck drivers now, yeah. They got these rigs, or just like the ones in the game, got an automatic transmission. I don't know which one's more gooder. Now, if that was me, oh mercy, get around here, get around here. Buddy, I thought I was going to bounce off of some rocks there. Mercy. That was a sharper turn than what I thought. Yeah, I don't know which one's a more gooder, an automatic or straight. I guess if you feel like you want to be a traditionalist and drive like the way, well, it's been for years and years driving a stick shift, then I guess you stick with the straight. But if you ain't got too much concern about that, you just want to have a nice, easy, relaxing drive as you can and not work yourself to death, then I imagine you drive an automatic. Well, I can see the flag up there where we're going. 4 miles yet to go. And it's 4 miles of still pretty crooked road. Lord, I get this truck up there to them. I hope there's somebody up there to haul me out. Yeah. I've slept in the woods a many a time, but I'd sure prefer not to. Yeah. I used to enjoy it, but the old bones don't like laying on that ground anymore. Well, there's that green thing where you see right there. That's where you stop to pick up a load. Oh, that's a camera. That's a scenic overlook. Okay. Well, I'm going to go back to the external mode. Try to spot where I can post to park this thing. This load. Oh, Lord. I see it blinking up there. And which way is it?
You have arrived at your destination.
Yeah, we've arrived all right. Yeah, we can pull right in. It's going to be an easy parking job. Oh boy. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I did. Yeah. Give a like and subscribe. There we are. Ooh, let's get this road grader unhooked. There we go. Landing gear down. Oh, we did an excellent job. Oh, of course we did. Of course we did. We always do an excellent job. Yes. Well, we made level 5. Did you see that? Yeah. Almost up to level 6. So we'll have an experience point to spend. And I'm going to put it on the long distance one. Because these first 3, long distance, high value, and fragile, well, I'm going to do it just in time also. Because you have urgent loads you get extra money for. Now, the eco driving's will save on gas, hazardous cargo. Well, that's dynamite and gasoline and women going through menopause, all that dangerous stuff. Oh boy, I'm liable to get some comments now. All right, we're going to do it done just in time. We're going to get level 1 on that, and we're going to apply our point there. There we go. All right. Thank y'all. Thank you for joining me. Old Swab here saying I appreciate you being with me for the ride. And I'll catch you soon. I guarantee you. So y'all take care.